everybody to another one of our Ask the Champ series interviews. We've got a great one today. With us is from the great country of Serbia, Aleksandar Karakašević. Aleksandar, let me welcome you first to our Ask the Champ interview series with USA Table Tennis. It's good to have you here.
One more time. I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I apologize. I'll say it again. I just want to welcome you to our Ask the Champ interview
Thank
series.
You. Thank you.
Sure that
I'm glad to be here.
Where are you located? Where are you right now, Aleksandar? Where are you located now?
I am now in my office in Serbia Table Tennis Federation.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. I know that it must be an odd hour for you, so we appreciate you doing so. Obviously, you've had great success on our soil in the United States of America, three-time U.S. Open champion in singles, three-time U.S. Open champion in doubles as well. As a matter of fact, I think in 2003, 2006, you won them both. You had to be playing pretty well when you were in America in those years.
Yeah, I like to play in America. I'm so sad because this is not like if you won U.S. Open in tennis, you know. So after these two wins, I can stop. Like this, I still have to play.
Well, what was it about coming to America that made you feel comfortable? Was it just that your game was at its best in those moments, or was there something about coming over to the States that you're actually able to tap into and to have that type of success?
I have to be realistic. This was not this over-the-top tournament, and this was okay tournament. In that moment, I was really still good, and I was playing in Killer Spin that time, so I had contract with them, and I had to play these tournaments, and I really enjoy, and I like to play in USA much. I was playing also many tournaments around, not only US Open. I was playing in Miami also some tournaments, and there I feel really good and comfortable. I have to say that one time I lost US Open because in one moment they changed schedule. I didn't know, and I fell asleep, and then I was late for quarterfinals. So maybe I can win 4 times.
That old time change will get you every time when you're flying from Europe to America. I totally understand that. Obviously, Aleksandar, you're also a 5-time Olympian representing Serbia and Montenegro in a couple of Olympics, and also Serbia as well. I know that you're poised to have your 6th Olympics here in the not too distant future. We're all waiting for that in 2021 in Tokyo. I know you're excited about getting another opportunity to play in the Olympics.
Yes, normally I should play till now 6. I made one mistake, 2000 for Sydney. Okay, it was not only my mistake. Coach also decided Lupulescu and Grujic to play double. If me and Grujic in that moment, me and Grujic was better double, I can say, because in that moment we was like number 1, 2 in the world. But Lupulescu is Lupulescu, and this was his decision most. And in single, I had like 3 match balls to go on Olympic Games, and I missed. So because of this, I feel really sad, because now if I play 7, then I am together with Persson, Save, and Primorac. Like this, I must wait till Paris 2024.
Well, I know your first Olympics was here in the States as
96,
well in 1996 in Atlanta. What was your experience like in Atlanta, Georgia?
Okay, this was really nice. I was really young, like 20 years old. I didn't expect to qualify at all. Jasna was on this qualification also, I remember. So I really didn't expect, and then something's happened in my group. Somehow we was 5 players with same points, and in some, I don't know how, but I was first in this group. And for me, I really didn't expect at all. My plan was that I qualified for 2000 for Sydney, but happened 4 years before, and it was really, for us, was very important for Serbia, because we play after 5 years, we can play, and it was first time after 5 years that basketball team, we play final there, and it was volleyball team, and till this moment we couldn't play. No one team event from 91 to 96.
Well, I know
so it was something special.
I know you're still a young man, just 44 years of age. You're going to be in Tokyo in 2021.
I'm young, but not for table tennis.
Oh, I don't know about that.
In Tokyo, I'm already qualified with team. My team is qualified, so I can be number 4, so I can be there.
Well, you're definitely going to be there.
I can be there like president also, and in mixed double still I have big chance.
Well, I'm pushing you out even farther here. I want to know if you're going to get number 7 in Paris, France in 2024. So. What do you think about that? You're going to be under 50. There's no excuses at all, Aleksandar.
2012, I say already that I'm finished. So then I play Rio 2016. Then I say now it's for sure finished, and then now it's 2020.
Famous
No.
last words.
I made already the decision, and I wanted to stop after these Olympic Games. I wanted to play Europe champion in September, and then to stop table tennis professional, to play maybe for some club. But now I made contract again in Germany to play first Bundesliga, so I'm gonna be fit in next 1 year.
Perfect. That's perfect. And what a beautiful place to do it, Paris, France. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Sean O'Neill. Of course, Sean's our high performance director. He'll know more about the technical side of table tennis. So Sean, take it away.
Thank you so much, Karen. So welcome to our Ask a Champ series. As an old timer, a little bit older than yourself, I had the distinct pleasure in 1976 to go to our US Open, and your father was playing. And I was wondering if you could share what it was like growing up having a world-class parent already playing the sport.
You know, I feel a little bit sad because my father had not so much time to spend with me when I was really young. I think that he can help me much more than he helped me in this moment, because till when I growing and when I start to play, he was still playing in Germany and he was still playing international, so I didn't spend so much time with him. I am glad that I spent some times with him on this training camp where was Šurbek, Stipancic, and maybe the best team from Yugoslavia in that moment ever. And there I learned some things what these young players cannot understand. What's mean love, to love your racket, for example, to love your rubbers, to love your equipment, that this is part of you. And at the moment, these young players, they just take racket, and this I cannot understand. Because I remember many times I fell asleep with the racket in hand. I was thinking what is going on, why it's not so good, and I fell asleep. Lupulescu, I find many times in bed that he fell asleep with the racket. And this racket for me is very important in table tennis, but people now, they cannot understand this. So these small things I learned when I was young from him. After that, when I start to grow, in 1 year, he helped me much to when I don't know, from 13, 14, these 2 years, he really helped me that I continue to play on good level. And this is his help. But I feel sad that I would like that he spend more time with me in this age from 7 to 12.
No, that's really understandable. And the second part of the question, I don't know if many Americans realize, the number of Penhold players that came out of former Yugoslavia was really amazing, including your father. What happened? Why were there so many Penhold players in this one country?
This no one can explain. My father, then Kalinic, both of them, they have some own style, you know, this style, what my father was playing specially. This is some style that when he saw him first time on TV, he felt not so good. Because, but really, but he was really practicing like animal, and that's why he become like this. And because of this, his style, I play good with Pimples, especially with Pimples because of him, because he was playing with me when I was young. But this style, his style, Kalinic become on one tournament where no one can receive one service. And this is come to himself. Who teach him this? No one can teach you service that you can. But I don't know. This was different time, you know, for sport.
But I think it's really true what you talk about, that era where the paddle had so much meaning and the passion of the players. And I think it was almost like a golden generation with Šurbek and Stipancic and your father, and maybe you have Bengtsson, Johansson of the old time
this
players.
Hungarian team.
Yeah, I mean, from Jan Jurgerli, Klampar, all the players on the butterfly rackets. So I'm going to toss it over to Jasna for the next question, and then she'll follow up with Tom.
Okay, solid. Maybe if you can tell to American kids first, you've been in so many European championships and world championships. And it's very interesting that everybody knows how difficult this competition in Europe and Asia in those championships to get the medal. It's really only the top players have chance to get medals. And you almost never came back home without medal from any of those events.
Yeah, of course. The first medal is the most difficult. After that, it's somehow going. But to win this first one, I was waiting till 25. I was always close, but didn't won. Then first time when I won this medal first, then somehow it's going. But from all together, I lost like 26 or 27 quarterfinals and won 14 medals. So this means I play like 32, 3 quarterfinals, like 8, 9 world champions, and all this I lost. So I have no world medal. I play like 9 quarterfinals. This mixed double Europe champion, okay, this happened somehow. We meet first time we play and we won the gold. But also they didn't let us like 17 years to play together on world champion. If we had chance to play world champion, I think we can win minimum 2-3 medals.
Also, if you can tell us, because you are now, besides that you're playing for national team, you are playing in Germany league, you are also president of association. How do you balance everything?
It's not so easy. But I think the most easiest thing is to play. And all these old sportsmen, not from table tennis only, when I say that I want to stop, they say to me non-stop, please keep playing till you can, because this is the most easiest way. After that, okay, this I take to be president from Serbia Federation just because of situation in our federation. In one moment, we had really nothing. And then I want to try these young players somehow become good. And because of me, this I can say, because this Jeftovic, Pete and Levajac, if I'm not president, for sure they will not play qualification and they have no chance to qualify for Olympic Games. And that's why I become just because of players. Because in last 20 years, when I was player in my federation, we was the last thing in this federation. And now for me, in the moment, first thing and last thing is players. And that's why I become president. It's not so tough. Still, I like to play ping pong and I'm going to continue to play.
Can you also tell us something about the way you practiced when you were younger? Do you feel that you put enough time? Do you feel that you should have practiced a little bit more? Do you have any regrets?
Okay, I'm not player that I can say that I was playing like all others, but I spent so much time in hall and I was playing like 16 hours with hobby players, with everyone, but I didn't make this exercise what I need all my career. This I need, this exercise, what I missed till 15, 16. When I come first time on training camp with national team, I didn't know to make one exercise. Coach come to me and say, make 1-1 or 2-2 or something like this. I had no idea what this mean. So I was playing some wild table tennis. But okay, but in other way, that's maybe why I have this receive. Maybe I have this backhand because of this. I didn't move so much. And if you don't have good backhand and you cannot move, then you cannot win. So some things helped me because I didn't make this exercise, but also I spent like minimum 12 to 14 hours in hall, especially Saturday, Sunday when it's free time. I was non-stop in hall and I do something on table tennis court.
You played in different types of leagues in Europe. What would you advise young players from America? What kind of leagues should they be looking to play in if they are coming to Europe?
This all depends of level. Level is very important. If you're really strong, then you should try to play in German league, of course, or France league. But for me, for this middle level or these players who want to become good and still not in this level, for me it's the best to find some 2-3 leagues in the same time and to change, like to play in Italy, Spain, or I don't know, Greece, Italy, Spain. Many players play like 2-3 leagues. In Germany and in France it's forbidden, you cannot. But all other you can play. So this is for me, if you need games, and you need games for sure, especially when you come from USA, you have players there always the same, and you must change. And for me, this is the best.
Okay, when Mark was asking you about playing at the US Open, do you feel a little bit different playing in the US Open with spectators from in US Open than in other events?
No, for me, this is the best, but really the best. And I really like to play there because this is totally different thing. And with these people in USA, they look different sports than in Europe. In Europe, they have this, I don't know, they understand in Germany especially, and they're quiet. And in USA, after 1-2 good balls, you're king. And I feel really like this. That's why I always play good in USA.
So you feel that Americans really appreciate your style?
Yeah, I would like that America take this table tennis a little bit more than now. And without America, all sport is not going. So I hope that in America somehow you try to build some league or something. And with this is the chance for table tennis. This is my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. But you can see that if it's not in America sport, except football.
Okay, thank you. I will pass to Tom. Tom has a question or two.
Yeah, thank you, Yasna, and thank you, Alexander, for joining this interview. I have like 4 questions, so bear with me. So can you count in how many European championships you played, and do you count how many medals you have from them?
I think 14 medals from Europe champions, and I start to play from 92 till now. I was 1 year injured, so let's say like 14 or 15.
14, 15, that's awesome. Congratulations. And some of the world best players of all time said you and Lupulescu are the best doubles player of all time. Besides the talents that you both have, you're both from the same country. What kind of training makes you so extraordinary in doubles play?
Okay, for Lupulescu, I can say that he's really, for me, the best double players. We have also, before Lupulescu, Kalinic, who was world champion in double, also left-hander. He's penholder player. And before Kalinic, we have Stipancic. So last 40, 50 years, we have 4 players. Every generation had one very good player for doubles. I don't know, we was practicing double much before. And we have some ideas, and then when you follow Lupulescu, when you see what he knows, then you try, then other one tried, then you see Kalinic, how he plays short, and all together. And we speak much about this in that time, because this was our discipline, this double and mixed double, this was always Yugoslavia very good. So this is like tradition. And why we are like this I have no idea, really, to say exactly why it's like this. But we have always, like, now we have also this Petek, he's also very good double player. Jeftovic also. This is our discipline.
Got it. Because like I love doubles, and then
Me too.
Yeah, because like during the World Cup last year we played Xuxing, quarterfinal against China, and then we got completely wrecked. But I love playing doubles. Just like.
But this is not with this Chinese now. It's not going doubles. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they're so strong.
Yeah. So my next question is, how do you feel about the league opening up again in Europe, considering other sports such as basketball, football, they have not reopened the league again? So do players feel worried about catching the virus, or how do players
I don't know.
feel about?
We had really 2 months. We had really like real quarantine. We didn't move. Now somehow they open everything, and now life start to go like before. Okay, we start now to play this Serbian league, and we want to finish in next 7 to 10 days. But in Europe, I don't know. In Germany they say they're gonna start beginning of September, but I'm not quite sure. And I like how I think now and how I follow. I think till October, November for sure nothing's gonna happen. This is my opinion also.
Yeah, please stay safe. So my last question is a lot of time to practice. What kind of strategies do you implement to maintain your level and feeling?
I can tell you that the last 5-6 years I am not so hot for this, and I don't practice like before. But if you want to practice, you can always find a way. Mm-hmm. You can make service, or you can make whatever you want. Especially now, these 2 months, I pray my players that they go to practice only service. This is also a very important thing, to have good service. And now, table tennis, I can say that I'm not enjoying in table tennis at the moment. Now, for me, all world play the same style, and then you have Chinese, and all world wants to play like Chinese, and how to beat Chinese if you play same like Chinese. For me, I'm in national team China. Very difficult. Before, when Europe was strong, then all players from Europe play totally different kind of table tennis. That's why we have chance to beat China. Now, at the moment, I think China going to be there next 20 years because all Europe, all USA, everybody play this from banana, and that's table tennis now. For me, this is not so good. I think players have to try to practice something else.
Yeah, that's some good points. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, so my next set of questions, it's two-part. I've watched you play two, I think, important matches, and both of them I picked the wrong winner. Could you share from your perspective when you played Liu Guoliang in Manchester and then also Waldner in the Olympics?
With Liu Guoliang, when I saw the draw, I can say honest that I didn't expect much because I saw him on Olympic Games year before and I follow him these last 2 years before this world champion. But when I start the game, after 5 points, I feel that I can win. Like I say, because of my father was really, for left-handers, very dangerous. And then I was practicing with him with these pimples. And then I feel very good with pimples. And after this first set, when I saw that it's closed, then I somehow was quite sure that I'm going to win somehow. But this is also a problem because after that I lost HUN, what I didn't expect.
Mm-hmm. And then what about in Athens?
We were together on practice like 20 days. The whole Europe was practicing together for these Olympic Games. And then we spent quite much time. I think in that time, me and Waldner playing same club also in Germany. So we was very good friends and we was practicing and I don't know. I know how I play with Waldner and I won quite many times. He won also, but the most important, he always win on the end. And I was really sad because maybe this was my best tournament, my opinion, how I was playing this game and game before with Johnny Huang, I think, from Canada. And then I lost 4-2. It was one set was really like 8-5 for me or something like this. I lost. But after that, when I lost, okay, I feel not so good. But my focus was on double in these Olympic Games. I wanted medal and we were becoming quarterfinal. But anyway, when Waldner beat me and when he beat Malin 4-0, then I was happy because I lost. Because I was really happy that he played like this and then he was in semi-final again. But this moment when I lost, of course, I didn't feel well because I know and I played good with him from beginning. From when I start to play against him, I feel that I can play. But no. Waldner is Waldner.
Yeah, no, I definitely thought going into that match, I was helping with some television and they were like asking, is this guy from Serbia have any chance? And I was like, what do you mean have any chance? I would actually put my money because you were playing well, beating Johnny Wong. Of course, Waldner doesn't want to play him again after his loss in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So, but I think what you said once he.
But two times I helped Waldner. 2 times. In 97 when I beat Liu Guoliang. Waldner till this moment never beat Liu Guoliang. Waldner beat him, I think, first time in 2000 for world champion.
Right.
So if I didn't win Liu Guoliang and Waldner play semi-final. This is quite sure that they're gonna play. So 2 times I helped him. 1 time Johnny Huang, 1 time Waldner don't like to play with pimples. This looks like.
Right. So you are basically his MVP because every time you take out his worst opponent, I think Waldner had issues even in '85 with Kim Ki-taek from Korea with pimples. So yeah, that's one style that gives him.
Because of service, they can receive much more easy than all others. And that's Waldi, when you receive him good, then he don't like so much. Normally you played with him and when he have good service, then you don't know what to do. 4-0, 4-1, 5-0, non-stop. Not so difficult for him.
Exactly. So here's one of the toughest questions. Any of the players, and of course your fans in the US that watch you play, everyone is just amazed with the amount of touch, the finesse, the ability to create power where power doesn't exist. You mentioned to Jasna that as your youngster playing, you were very kind of unorganized from a drill perspective.
Yeah,
do you think that was the primary force for developing your touch, or was it just how you saw the game and how you wanted to feel the ball?
I don't know. I think you have to be also a little bit born with this, to have this feeling. I cannot speak about me, but I really love this table tennis from when I was 4 years old. I had only table tennis in all my life. I say that I didn't practice, but I spent time with table tennis, and this is for me very important. Like backhand, till my 17 years, when I was 17 years old, I didn't know to make topspin with backhand, and then I become one tournament and I make one time, and from this moment I play backhand, and everybody speak about my backhand. Nobody talk about my forehand. And I still think that my forehand is better and more sure and more safe. And when you want to win, always I think about forehand more than about backhand.
Okay, so you mentioned about the styles being kind of copycat, especially with the Chinese and with banana flip. But during your generation and at your peak, your serve return, especially flipping, was just one level above everyone. Was there any drills? Did you have opponents or teammates do more serve practice, or you just were a little bit crazier and you took risk, or what was the deal?
Like this. Not more crazy. I feel that this is coming somehow, and it's coming. And then this was, I don't know, after 2-3 years when I feel that I can do this. That's why I say we are all 4 players who won most of all in the world in doubles. Kalinic, Mish, Stipancic, Lupulescu. And we play all totally different double, but everybody have something special. This my flip. This is because I was sitting in hall like 10 hours, and then I decided I try all day today only flip. And that's why this flip become on the end, then become sure. And then after 5-6 years, when you make this non-stop, then you trust in this only. My biggest problem was that I didn't play sometimes short, just sometimes short. This can change everything. Because on the end, when you play non-stop flip, players on the end wait this. But I didn't know. I was so much trust in this that I only make flip. Till now. Now I play double still. We won tournament 3-4 months ago, some Oman Pro Tour or something like that. I didn't miss this flip. But with the top players, you need also short and everything. And this is the Lupulescu best doing in the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, definitely, I think the lesson for our youngsters to take is that there's no substitute for being in the hall, for trying new things, for seeing firsthand whether it works for your style, maybe it doesn't work. I mean, that's the only way you're going to get to that creativity level of experimentation.
Oh, it's like this, this banana, what we spoke. First, who made this? It was Corbel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he started somehow, and then he became with this, and look now, all world is playing this. This was same before with flip, or how Schiller received service before. This no one can make, only him. But this you have something in yourself, and you trust in this. But many things you can learn, and my opinion is that players now is following few exercises, and they practice only this. And if you want to be a part of this high-level table tennis, you must try to play a little bit different, to practice short, to practice push long, to make parallel. When you look now table tennis, how many parallels happen in one game? Maybe 1 or 2. Between Chinese, when they play each other, when somebody play parallel, he win directly point. So for me, ping pong at the moment is like a robot, everybody play the same. And that's why I think if you want to be high level, okay, you need this, but you also need to have something your and to trust in this. And okay, you're gonna lose 1-2 years, but maybe on the end with good short in forehand to 80% of players at the moment, you win point 100%. But this nobody is playing. That's why I can follow. I have no power. I'm slow. But I play different, and then they have no idea. Still, many players who is top 50. Still, when they start to play with me, they feel not so comfortable because of this, because I play different. And before in Europe or everywhere, you cannot find 2 players who is similar. Everybody was playing different. When you take Rianga, when you take Sei, when you take Persson, when you take Wallner, when you take Appelgren, everybody was totally different. And then when it's Chinese coming, when it's coming Japanese, they win one guy, maybe, but next one is played totally different. And now only it's coming higher level in quality, but same game.
Yeah, I think it's really true. I mean, what you mentioned about the trademark or the individuality of a lot of the players from the 80s through 2000 plus, they all had something they could rely on to score. and then it was just setting that up. So I'm going to toss it over to Mark for some final questions. And I just, once again, want to thank you so much for spending the time and what you're doing for the players as the president, still competing, and then also giving so many U.S. fans such great highlights at the U.S. Open. I can remember everyone just really up on their feet cheering in your finals matches. So Mark, why don't you take it?
I can say that I was playing the best game ever. The best game ever I was playing in US Open with Wilson from Canada. This was my best game I ever played. There I feel like I cannot lose.
Well, thank you, Sean. Thank you for your questions and your work here. And also, Jasna, thank you very much. And Tom, thank you. I do want to give an opportunity to our Chief Executive Officer, Virginia Sung. I know that she's champing at the bit there with a couple of questions. And to thank you as well, Aleksandar, for your time today. As we know, you're a very busy person. The president of your federation, playing in the German League, playing in the Olympics, playing in everything else. But Virginia, if you have a question or two, that'd be great.
Thanks. Oh, thanks, Aleksandar, for joining us. I think we're the same age. So I watched him play, the Worlds, and he's definitely one of the most talented players in my time. And I agree. I have to echo with him that you really have to live with table tennis. It's really in your blood. The racket, the rubber, they are extension of you. Until you realize that they are part of you, you flow with the game, you flow with your racket. So I really, that's, you get to that point that you don't have to think about it. It just comes to you. Yeah. So, yeah. And I also want to echo with you that in order for this sport really to raise to a world professional level, USA plays an important role in promote the sport, and then USA needs to take this sport to the next level, and that's what we are here trying our best to make that happen. And
I wish really.
Yes, I think it's both our jobs here to as a president of the Serbia Table Tennis Association, we definitely need to have a more interaction with each other, creating more exchange programs, sending our younger players to your country. It's a beautiful country. And I know the table tennis system there is more structured and definitely, now it's COVID-19, but really after this is over, we definitely need to create more programs with you. And for the summer camp, also inviting your players here.
You are invited anytime you want. You have open. How many players you want, you can send.
Great.
This is my promise.
Thank you. We have a few younger players here, and we love to go there. So again, thank you so much for joining us. And
you're welcome.
Thank you, Virginia, and thank you, Aleksandar. I can see why the American fans, when you came as a player at the U.S. Open, were on their feet cheering for you with your personality.
Next year I'm coming. Next year,
December, we're going to be in Las Vegas. What a better city to visit.
I was playing nonstop. That's why I was playing, first of all, to be in Las Vegas.
That's why you slept through that one match. Actually, you were in Las Vegas.
We won't go into that.
Money. Let's leave in Vegas what happened in Vegas. All right, Aleksandar?
True.
But I tell you, we're really looking forward to you playing in Tokyo in 2021. Then also in Paris in 2024. And by the way, Los Angeles in 2028. That's where I really want to see you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Aleksandar Karakašević, thank you very much for being part of our Ask the Champ series. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day.